All right, cool. All right, guys. So this is actually our fourth call, and we're going to be wrapping up this Coach Basics in the next week. So what you'll be able to do is we have more training and more groups that you can absolutely get involved with, but this is going to be pretty much our wrap up. So a couple things I wanted to go over. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit more about posting and making sure we have good quality posts, and then a little bit about Instagram, a little bit about coach placement, and then a little bit about the challenge group that's starting on Monday. So first, hopefully this week you've had a chance to check out some of the apps that we have provided to you to help you with the quality of your pictures. So the one thing that you want to think about when you're doing your news feed, now this is your news feed. So this is your news feed on Facebook, not your stories. Like any of your stories that you do on Facebook or on Instagram are literally just like, they're your life. They are supposed to be like unfiltered, real life stuff. But your news feed stuff, you really want to have good quality pictures. And the reason is because you have to think about people's habits when they're scrolling through the news feed. You want them to stop. Like you want them to look at yours and you want them to stop. So one of the apps that I use all the time is Snapseed. And we did provide that one in there for you. So when I'm doing posts about maybe my workout post or something like that, I will use Snapseed, and I like the drama feature. It just makes the coloring a little better. It pops a little bit better. So I really like that app. I also, when I'm doing some of my images for like a challenge group, the one that I posted yesterday, I use Canva. And the cool thing about Canva is you can actually get it on your phone. So when you create an image on your computer and you download the app to your phone, it's on your phone too. So it's easy to go back and forth. You can also create images for your Instagram stories or your Facebook stories on Canva as well, so that those images look really good. You just have to Google the dimensions. So if you are struggling with like really the apps, like you just have to play around with them. But for Canva and PicMonkey, if you're struggling with figuring out how to use it, you just need to YouTube it, okay? And like watch a YouTube video. So honestly, you guys, like everything that you need is out there on the internet. So if there's something that you're like, I can't figure out, I don't know how to do, for instance, iMovie, if you're trying to figure out how to make a clip of your workouts, this is literally what I did. I'm like, I don't know how to use iMovie. I tried to figure out on my own and I couldn't. I watched a YouTube video and literally in 5 minutes, I figured out how to use it. Because you want to make your stuff look professional. Your Facebook feed, your Instagram feed, that is your storefront. So you want to catch people's attention. You want to make it look professional. You obviously want to be you. Like, don't stop at all being you. Like, you need to be 100% you. You don't want to be me. You don't want to be anybody else in this group. You want to be you. So yes, it's a good idea to follow other coaches and see what they're doing, but you want to have your voice, because those are the people that are going to be attracted to you, or the people that are like you. So make sure that you are editing your pictures. Getting outside is a great way to get some really good lighting. If you have good natural lighting in front of a window. And remember, you can take these pictures. You could do like a whole day of just taking pictures and then use them later, because it's really, really about quality. You really want to focus on your quality. And that's going to be just as important as your content. But I just wanted to kind of touch on that and make sure you guys were all thinking about that. And again, there are, you can YouTube how to take a really good quality picture, or you can YouTube like Instagram photos and just like get some information on how to improve your pages. And I did provide some trainings for you guys that is on Instagram, and we're always learning. So remember, with this business, like, you're always going to be learning. You're always going to be evolving. So at this point, you guys have been posting. So one thing that you want to do as a CEO of your business is you want to constantly be evaluating your posts. So go back through your news feed like once a week and take a look. What posts got a lot of likes? What posts got a lot of comments? Because that's what you want to continue to do. If you're seeing posts that are not necessarily getting likes or comments, it could be the wording. It could, of course, could be the timing, but you want to do more of the stuff that your audience is interacting with. So it's a good time, it's a good idea to be constantly evaluating your newsfeed. Okay. As far as Instagram goes, so we talked a little bit about that in the group, and we talked about how it is a little bit different than Facebook. So I know that you guys have been like doing some different trainings on that, and knowing that Instagram is focused on hashtags. So you want to be using hashtags that are associated with you, different brands that you like, but you want to think about it in using hashtags that another coach would not be attracted to. Because if you hashtag Beachbody, hashtag 21 Day Fix, hashtag, Lift4, you are going to be, a bunch of coaches are what is going to follow you. And you don't want coaches to follow you. You want to find new people. So it's a good to like hashtag boy mom, hashtag Kate Spade, brands that you absolutely love. Those are going to be your people. And that's what's actually pretty cool about Instagram is you can find your people so easily because you can search hashtags and you can look at, all right, who other, whatever brand it is that you absolutely love. For instance, like Rachel Hollis, absolutely love that girl. I've looked at her page and I've looked at like who follows her, who reads her stuff. I'm in a Bible study program and I've followed people that are in that program too, because I know that those are people that are similar to me in my beliefs. Again, you can use the explore page, which is really cool. It's kind of what I was just talking about. So you can find people that you can connect with based on the hashtags you're using. You can look at like what they're interested in and you can follow them, girl mom, boy mom, toddler mom. I'm thinking about like my life right now. I'm the pregnant, like whatever week's pregnant, I'm looking at potty training, preschool, mops, like those are all things that are happening in my life right now. But think about like what you're doing, like Caroline, and you're a massage therapist, like you're going to have a lot of things in common. You have an infant and a preschooler. Crystal, you are a teacher, like, so you have a boy and you have a girl. So you can think about those things. What's your career outside of Beachbody? What things are you really interested in? What hobbies are you interested in? Those kinds of things you're going to think about when you're doing your Instagram. So make sure that you do create, your bio on your Instagram, your profile page. I've shared some stuff on how to do that. If you need more help with that, I would be happy to help you. Again, you want to create that curiosity marketing. So you're not using, Beachbody coach. You can say health coach or health and fitness coach or lifestyle coach. But like, I think mine says coach, gluten-free, Jesus girl, occupational therapist, boy mom, pregnant with number 2 boy, fit pregnancy, journey, something like that. And then let's see what else I want to talk about with that. So you really want to, you're going to be building this community on Instagram. And so the Instagram community is a little bit different in that you are, it's a little bit easier, I feel like, to message people and connect with people on Instagram because people don't feel weird. Like on Facebook, sometimes people feel like they're almost like, why are you reaching out to me? Like people are on the defense. with Facebook. But with Instagram, it's like, oh yeah, we like the same things. Let's talk, let's connect. It's not, Facebook just seems like it's more personal based, family based, personal based. And Instagram seems like it's more like brand based. So it is a different platform. But the cool thing is like with Instagram, especially, like you're meeting all of these new people, so you can really be you. And I know a lot of coaches, when they start this business, they're afraid of what people will think. They're afraid of what their friends and family that they're already friends with will think. You don't have to worry about that on Instagram because you're connecting with brand new people. Now, I will tell you this. I think that the Instagram relationship takes a little bit more time to build than the Facebook relationship for whatever reason. Because with Facebook, the people that you are friending and you're talking to are typically mutual friends. So you kind of feel that connection already. With Instagram, you're building that connection through your interests. So it takes a little bit of time to build that relationship. But the goal is to have new conversations with new people every single day as you continue to share your own value, sharing tips, being an influencer to these people, helping them with what you're good at, which is teaching them health and wellness, sharing inspiration with them, tips with them, recipes with them, personal development with them, things that you're learning, you're sharing, and helping people. So helping and helping and helping, expecting nothing in return. And that's how you're going to build your community. What else with Instagram? So there is a couple videos that I talked about for Instagram stories and creating content on Instagram. So you can check those out if you haven't already. All right. In terms of Instagram, before we move on, do you have any questions for me with that, Caroline?
Am I muted?
Hold on.
Am I on mute?
You're good now.
Okay.
Hi.
Do I have any questions about Instagram?
Have you started an Instagram account?
Hi.
Yes, I'm on Instagram.
Hi.
I don't think I have you on there for some reason. But
Hi.
What's your name on there?
Wellness 4292, which I'm sure I need to change. Angela, you have to be quiet.
Hi.
Hi.
4292. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've just been posting mostly just the same stuff as on Facebook. But yeah, I've gotten some feedback that I know I need to make better pictures on there. So yeah, it is hard, I feel like, to get people to read your stuff. But I feel like if I can make the videos interesting, like just like do something to make them watch it, that I can draw people in that way. If something is catchy on there, definitely I think getting better
videos do you mean?
Just talking instead of writing out your posts.
Like doing a live
Do you
video
think
you mean, on your newsfeed?
Yeah.
So the one thing that you want to be doing, especially like with Instagram, is so I'm looking at your stuff and you only are following like 100 people. And so you only have that many followers. So what you want to do is you want to follow, you want to be interacting and following people, because people will interact back with you once you interact with them. Does that make sense? So it's a good idea. Like that's what I was talking about, using the hashtags. So finding people that you think look like you, for instance, like massage therapists, just like searching that hashtag and then looking at the people that have used that hashtag and just kind of looking through their stuff. And if it looks like someone that you could connect with, then you comment and like on their stuff. So a good rule to follow is the 5-3-1. So it's follow 5 new people a day, like on 3 new pictures, and comment on 1. So that way you are constantly adding. And that's the same thing with Facebook. Like you have to like always be adding to your network. The other thing with Facebook is with the algorithms, Facebook recognizes also like the people that you're messaging in your private messages. So when you're messaging people, you're going to start showing up in their feed too. That's the other thing you have to think about is Facebook. If you notice when you're using your Facebook, do you always see the same people's stuff? It feels like that, right? Because Facebook is recognizing who you're interacting with the most. And so that's who stuff you're going to see. So when you first if you are not intentional about this step, you're just going to see coaches stuff because that's the people that you're interacting with. So you have to be intentional about going to your pages. So when you add a new friend, make sure you go to their page, like, comment on their stuff, send them a message. Like, comment, send a message. Like, comment, send a message. It doesn't have to be crazy, but if you consistently do this to 3 to 5 new people every single day, that adds up to 30 to 40 people a week, which adds up to over 100 people a month. So then you're getting a back and forth, and then more people are seeing your stuff. So I know right now, sometimes we can get, even myself, I can get discouraged because I'll look and say like, dang, my posts aren't getting, I'm not getting a ton of likes. But it's not even necessarily that it was a bad post, but that like people just didn't see it. Like it didn't show up in the newsfeed. Also remember, every time somebody comments, like you need to comment back as quickly as you can. And always make sure, because the more likes and comments you have, the more that's going to show up too. So again, it used to be with Facebook that it was a timing thing where like everything that was posted at 8:00 tonight. But now what they're doing is they're posting stuff that has the most interaction. So with a lot of interaction, that's saying, wow, people want to see this. So this is going to show up in the newsfeed more. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's why you want to make sure that your stuff is getting comments. So that's what we talk about, doing engagement posts, like asking for opinions, asking for parenting. I always ask for parenting advice. People love to give parenting advice. Asking for opinions about shoes or like 2 different dresses that you want to wear. Even things that you literally don't care about what people's opinion are and you're not going to use it. You just want to know because you want to create a ton of comments, and then it opens the door for all those conversations. So one post that I had tons of people to respond to was talking about potty training. Like, how old were your kids when they started potty training? And talking about that, or like, how old were your kids when they stopped napping? Like those were really big posts for me. Or I actually asked people like for suggestions on boy names, and I had like 100 comments. Well, now Facebook recognizes that as like, okay, this girl, like people like to comment on her stuff. So the next time I posted about a challenge group, or I posted about the coach opportunity, because those people were asking. So, or were commenting and making a lot of comments. So you want to think about that, getting as much interaction as you can on your posts. And you guys, this isn't going to happen overnight. And the Facebook social media, like it's always constantly changing. So you have to just remember that in this process that you're always going to be learning, you're always going to be growing, you're always going to be a student. And I think that's what's really cool about this business, is that we get to constantly learn and grow and try new things. You literally cannot fail. The only way that you fail is if you quit. That is truly the only way you fail. You just learn. You just continue to learn and learn as you go. And even I still look at my business and go to my mentor and say, hey, like, help me with this, I'm trying this. This doesn't seem to be working. What's working for you? And that's what's really cool about our team, is that you have that level of support, even with me, but like even in our bigger team, where we're constantly sharing, like, this is what's really working. This is what isn't working. Stop doing this, start doing this. So you're going to have that support all the time, but just remember that, like, right now it's just a learning curve, and you'll get better about learning and tweaking as you go. So remember, it can be like, okay, I got this figured out. And then as soon as you figure everything out, something changes. But you have to try everything. And I think that you guys are doing an amazing job. You really are doing the things that I'm telling you to do, which is basically how you have success in this business, is you just do the things. So you got to be tracking. I'm sitting here with my activity tracker. I track every day. This is way I know that I'm getting done. I'm adding people to my network. I'm inviting to the coach opportunity. I'm inviting to challenge groups. I'm recognizing people. I'm starting new conversations. I'm doing my personal development. This is my gut check every single day. And I can look at it and see, like, oops, yesterday I didn't do my recognition. So today I'm going to double up on that. But when you have this tracker and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, and then you go back to last week or the week before and you look at it and you're like, oh, well, no wonder I didn't hit Success Club, because I didn't invite enough people. And that tells you that, because you could be sitting here thinking, I'm working, but all you're doing is scrolling the news feed, or all you're doing is watching training videos. Part of building your business is interacting with people, building relationships. We are in the relationship business. So you want to always be creating new relationships with new people, and you'll get more and more confident and more comfortable talking about this opportunity as you continue on your own program and you have progress with your own journey. And as you talk to more people, you'll get more comfortable about what you're talking about. All right, so that is that on Instagram. The other thing we talked about this week was coach placement. So want to make sure you guys all watch that video and know that you can literally set your placement for your coaches before they even sign up. So you do that through the Coach Online Office and the, gosh, now that they've changed this, you guys weren't here before the changes. So you just go to Graphical Genealogy, you go to Monitor My Business, and then Graphical Genealogy. And then from there, you can set up where you want your coaches placed. Now, if you're signing coaches and you feel free to reach out to me, because sometimes when you first get started, you're like, I don't understand what any of this means. And it doesn't really make sense until you start building a team and you can start to see the placement and the numbers. But you have a right side and you have a left side. And you are going to be working both sides of your business. The goal now, as we talked about at the beginning of this training, is to open up that compensation plan so that you can start building volume and getting residual income. And that is by assigning 2 coaches. So you have one coach on your right and one coach on your left. Now, one leg is a weak leg and one leg is a strong leg. That's going to look different for everybody. Some of you have a right strong leg, some of you have a left. I can absolutely help you with that and figuring that out. If you're signing a spouse or an account that you can eventually control, you definitely want to put them on your weak leg, because you want to have control over that, and you're going to build volume under that, and it's going to be a business center that eventually you'll work as your business grows, and that way you'll maximize your income potential. But the first step is getting those 2 coaches. So highly encourage you guys to sign your spouse, sign someone that will, that wants to, like a friend or a mom or a sister. Get them at the top of your business center. Those 2 spots at the very top of your business center are like the most important. And getting that compensation plan open is really, really important. So you want to maximize your income with that. Any questions? Caroline, do you have any questions on coach placement?
No, but I did just want to ask you, just like a quick, how you would offer someone the coaching opportunity? Like, how would you ask someone that?
So, I mean, it depends on who the person is and like where our conversation has. So, cause I go about it a couple different ways. I offer the coaching opportunity to everybody that's going to buy a challenge pack. So I will send them the option I say, like, these are your options. You can sign up as a customer, get your challenge pack. This is everything that you get. Or you can sign up as a preferred member, or I call it a discount coach. And you can sign up. Again, it's free to sign up as a coach. And in your second month, you'll get your Shakeology at a discounted rate. You pay a monthly membership fee, but with that fee, you're still saving money. So this gives you an opportunity to save money month 2 and on. And I position it that way. And I tell them, I personally like to know when I can get the best value for my dollar. So I feel like I want to share with you either option you can do. They cost the exact same to sign up. Which option do you want? So that is one thing. If I have a challenger that has already been active in my groups and is getting results and they're active, I ask them, like, hey, you're totally rocking the challenge group. I know you love the products. Would you be interested in learning more about the coaching opportunity? And that's pretty much, and I do tell them, like, you would be really good at this. Would you be interested in learning about the coaching opportunity? Then the next person that maybe has never done the products, but I can see them as a good potential coach, or if they like one of my coaching posts, or they fill out an application for one of my mentorship program, I will say to them, hey, I saw you liked my coaching post. Would you have an interest in learning more about what I do as a coach? It's very, very simple. That's how I open it up. If they are someone, for instance, you, Caroline, you were at the park. So Caroline was pretty fun way to meet somebody, because I do most of my business on social media, but we randomly ran into each other and we were talking about Insanity. And she's like, yeah, I've did Insanity before. She told me she was a personal trainer, and a massage therapist. So in my head, I'm thinking, wow, and she was about to have her second baby. So just in the conversation we were having, I'm like, man, this would be a really great opportunity. You already know the products. You already love the products. Obviously, you're passionate about health and fitness. Would you want to know what I do? Like, I'm a coach. I'm able to stay home with my son, work the business in pockets of time, make some income for my family, and still pursue my passion of health and fitness. That's pretty much how I asked you. So it's always just like, hey, would you be interested in knowing more? I think you'd be really good at this. And that's how my conversations go with coaching. So it's when I very first started, I asked pretty much all of my best friends if they would want to do this with me, because I knew that this was really a fun opportunity to not only get in shape, to get healthy, but to join an amazing community. And I wanted my best friends with me. So I just asked all of them, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm doing this coaching thing. I'm really just learning, but I love the products. And even if you don't end up pursuing it, like, you can get a really good discount, and we can travel together and go on these trips, and it's going to be so much fun. Like, do you want to do this with me? So I talked to all my friends and family, and everybody that I already liked and trusted me, I should say. So it wasn't a cold invite by any means. And I mean, my best friend signed up with me. She signed up. She was like my first coach. She's like, yeah, that's awesome. Let's do this. So that, and then my sister was I wasn't married yet. So I didn't meet my husband until I was a coach for already like 2 years. So, my sister and my best friend were my first coaches, because I told them about it. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. Like, you need to do this. So remember that these products, they're going to sell themselves. We have great brand recognition. People know P90X, Insanity, now 21 Day Fix, 80 Day Obsession. People know those things. What you're doing is you're selling yourself. So you're selling the coaching opportunity. So even if you guys are brand new, that's okay. You can use my story. You can use the stories of other people, and you can use your own story to say, listen, like, I'm doing this because I see the potential of what it is, and insert your story. Whatever that story is, that might be, I really just want to pay have an extra couple $100 a month to pay for groceries so that I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. My story was, I just want to be able to buy plane tickets to go home to see my family over the holidays. I can't afford that right now. You can go bigger and say, listen, I'm going to blow this thing out of the water, and I want you to be here doing it with me because I'm going to make a full-time income so I don't have to go back to work and leave my babies. That's some people's story. So you can use your story, but you can also say, I want to do something big with this business, and I know that I can because I see what my teammates are doing and I see the potential of the business. So it doesn't have to be, a really scripted invite. You can really just say to people, listen, I think you'd be good at this. Do you want to learn more about it? Does that help?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
So the conversation
also,
go ahead.
You can go ahead.
I was going to say, the conversation that you were telling me about with that girl that you were talking to yesterday, that would be someone who was like, that you were kind of saying that I think she'd be good. Like, hey, listen, would you be interested in learning about this? This could be a really cool opportunity for you. And it really doesn't have to be anything more than that. And then once they say yes, I can help you with the next piece of that.
Okay.
But so what happens for newer coaches is you're afraid to ask because you're afraid if they do say yes, then what are you going to do? Right? So that's the scary part. So don't worry about that. I'll help you with that piece because we can plug them into a coaching sneak peek. We can give them we can give them an informational video that I've already done about that. And we'll give you the steps to talk to them more. We can do a 3-way call where, I can help you to explain what it is to them. So don't worry about that. But that's a lot of what I find new coaches is they're not even asking because they're afraid of the answer. They're afraid that someone's going to say yes, and then they're going to say, I don't know what to do. So don't let that hold you back from asking. And then again, you guys will it's going to be the same with the challenge groups. It's going to be like the same groove. So a lot of this is building the relationship. So you learn how to build a relationship. You learn how to do the invite. You learn how to handle the objection, and and it's the same with coaching and customers. So once you master that, it really gets easier as you go, but you have to put yourself out there. You have to do the invites. You have to have the conversations so you can get better and better with it every single time. Doesn't mean you're not going to hear no, because you are. I hear no all of the time. I just don't take it personal. It used to hold it like super personal. Like they're saying no, oh my gosh, I did something wrong. No, it's not me. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here working out and drinking my shakes and doing my personal development and going on trips and fulfilling, my passion and changing my life for the better. Like I'm going to be here. So I just look at it like that's your loss. And I have this major opportunity to share with people because they can earn an income to support their family in whatever capacity they want. I can't keep that a secret. Like I have to tell people about that because they get to be the best version of them while helping others become the best version of them. And we have the best products in the world. So I can't keep that to myself. And I know that when they sign up with me, that I'm going to help them. And I'm never going to, I'm never not going to be there for them. So I know they're going to get good support. So I'm confident in that, and you'll get confident in that too. But if you tell yourself that, listen, like they're going to get the best support because I'm passionate and I'm in this for the long haul. So that has to be a decision that you're making on your own part. And as you go, you'll build confidence with that. The last thing I want to talk about. So the challenge group is starting on Monday. Tomorrow, I plan on opening that group up, and I'm calling it Busy Moms or Back to Basics Busy Moms Challenge. So you can still advertise for the group and still send your invites for that group. I let people purchase until Monday. I was telling you guys July 31st because I really wanted you to create urgency. So if you have people that were interested and they didn't purchase, just say, hey, listen, we still have a few spots. We're extending it for a few days. You still want in. We are officially kicking off on Monday. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to open the group. I'm going to start creating the curriculum for it. I am going to use some of the stuff from the Coach Online office, some stuff that I already have, and would love the input from you guys too. But the idea is I'm being strategic around it because it's back to school in a couple weeks. So back to school means like crazy hectic schedule, right? So people want like crock pot meals. They want figuring out like how to eat healthy, but eat in a time crunch. So Shakeology is really good for all these people that are like getting their kids back to school. The mornings are crazy, right? Crock pot meals for the evenings once all these activities start. People are spending more money on school supplies, back to school shopping. So teaching them how to grocery shop efficiently on a budget, really focusing on, and these are all things that we do in our challenge group anyway. I'm just highlighting them. So we talk about meal plan and prep and grocery shopping strategically. That's all stuff that we do in the challenge groups already. Shakeology obviously being a meal replacement and super time efficient. So, but it's just highlighting those things. And then also now that we have Lift 4, people can do their workouts for 4 days a week, right? So that's great. We also have other workout programs that are 30 minutes or less. If they don't want to do Lift 4, 25, T25, 22-minute hardcore, 21-day fix, all 30 minutes. So they have these options. So focusing on that. So that's one thing as coaches, and as you're in this business for a year, you'll start to learn that the different time periods, we are strategic about our marketing. It's back to school, so we're thinking about that. Once the fall time hits, we'll start talking about fall and fall recipes. Around the holidays, we can talk about the 3-day refresh because people are wanting to get on track after holidays. So always thinking about those things as we are going through our journey. So right now it's back to school. So that's really the focus. So I would love your help in having feedback, like on any ideas that you have for the group. This is our group together. So I love new energy, new ideas, anything that you guys want to put into it. But what's really important is that you guys need to be participating in the group too. So you need to be posting sweaty selfies. You need to be commenting on posts, especially your customers that you add in there. You need to be posting, adding value to the group. Like you need to be putting in, because what happens in these groups is the more people participate, the more people participate. So if we don't have anybody participating, then nobody's going to participate. And then that really affects people's results, because what I have found in the many years that I've been doing this is that the more participation equals results, because people are showing up, they're checking in. So I will open that group tomorrow and I will add, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start shouting out people when they purchase their challenge pack. So what you can do is all those people, all those prospects that you have, you can add them to the group. And even if they haven't purchased yet, if they don't purchase by Monday, end of day Monday, then they're going to get removed from the group. So that way they get FOMO in the group, because they start seeing the excitement of the group, what we're going to be talking about. So I'll be posting like what the expectations are, sharing more about Beachbody On Demand, showing them what we're going to be doing in the group. And that way they can see, and then anybody that purchases, so people start to see like, okay, she purchased. All right, I don't want to miss out on this. So it really, really works really well. So that's going to happen tomorrow, but we'll officially start preseason on Monday. So we'll do an entire week of preseason. 3 weeks of a challenge group, and then I'll start the next challenge group in September, again, the first Monday. Actually, what does August? I think we have 5 weeks. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the next challenge group will start on the 3rd, which is Labor Day. So we'll still start it on the 3rd, and then we'll think about our strategy for that. That's still going to be fall stuff and like back to school stuff too. So then we'll open a whole new group and start over. So I find that if we open new groups, create new themes, get new people in there, create new energy, you can absolutely leave your people. As long as they're doing Shakeology, I'll leave. I have lots of customers that continue on in my groups. As long as they're doing Shakeology and they're continuing on, they can absolutely continue into the groups. And I think that's it. That's all I had for tonight. Do you have any more questions for me, Caroline? Anything specifically you want to talk about?
Just like, do I need to be very narrow in the topics of my posting, or not? Because I feel like I have some ideas or things that I want to talk about with people. But yeah, do I need to like stay on topic, or what do you think about that?
I think you try everything. I think you really, okay. I guess, like, what are you specifically talking about? Like, do you have?
Just kind of getting more into maybe like personal development, but like the psychology behind why people do whatever they do, or why people don't get healthy or don't get fit. Because I feel like I'm trying to help certain people that are very sick, and it's just kind of making me be like, why aren't they taking my help when they are gonna die? Like, what is wrong with them? So it's just making me want to kind of dig into the psychology of why people, are self-sabotaging, or why they're killing themselves, or, just, stuff like that.
Yeah. If it totally fascinates you and you have a passion for it, then absolutely. I would start to focus there for sure. And okay. I saw you hit Success Club. I'm just looking at the back office. I wanted to make sure that showed up. Yay. So you're going to get like a number of prizes, Caroline. You're going to get the Success Club prize, which is the hat for achieving it. They just started a new promotion, Success Club promotion. And then you got Beat Your Best in July. So you also get a medal for that. That was better than you've ever done. So woo, that's exciting. Because you recruited a coach and you hit Success Club. So I would, if that's something that you're super passionate about and you want to talk about that, and that you want that to be your focus, then yeah, absolutely. Start to see how your audience responds to that, if that makes sense. But yeah, I would say go for it. Start thinking about who you are and the stage of life that you're in and things that are important to you. And that's the stuff that you want to talk about. And those are the people that you're going to attract to you. I am not a political person. I hate politics. I would never recommend talking about politics on Facebook. I would never talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's totally not my thing. However, I am also a religious person and I strongly believe in my faith, and I will scream it from the rooftops on my Facebook page. Now, could that be politically correct? Could I be offending people that are atheists or agnostic and don't believe what I believe? Absolutely. But they're not my people. So I'm not going to help those people, not that I don't want to help those people, but like, they're not going to be attracted to me, and that's okay. So you just always want to be true to who you are. So if that's something that you're super passionate about, being an occupational therapist and looking at a bunch of lifestyle induced diseases and seeing people die from those things, like I've talked about that on my page, and people can hear, like when you talk about those kinds of things that you're passionate about, people will hear your passion and your genuineness for what it is that you're doing. When I talk to people about what I do as a coach, and I tell them, listen, like I've watched people lose their legs. I've watched people like live a horrible life later in life because of decisions that they made that were totally lifestyle decisions. And I have the knowledge and the resources to help people prevent that. And so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be passionate about that. And when people hear me talk like that, like, oh yeah, I like to share Jesus a lot on my wall too, because I want to empower people and impact people, and I want to bring people to the Lord. Like, and if that's through fitness, this is a platform. So you have this platform to influence people. And again, like some people are not going to like it, and that means you're doing the right thing, because when you are influencing people in a way that makes them uncomfortable, that means you're doing a good job, that you're not just fitting in with the mold. You're being different. You're standing out. You're going to be above average. So yeah, and I'd love to see, what you have to share about that. And as you get more comfortable with your social media, it will get easier, and you'll start to get more creative with it. So you can create.
What do you have?
Go ahead.
What do you have to do to earn a trip?
So to earn the Success Club trip, so the best thing to do is to check it out in the FAQ, because there's like a bunch of different. It's basically, the Success Club trip is basically earning Success Club points. So they'll announce it next year. They announce the new trip every January, and you can sign up, and then and it's all kind of based on your Success Club numbers. So the Success Club trip is based on Success Club, hitting Success Club. So you want to focus on that every single month to earn that trip. And then there's a number.
So is it like,
go ahead.
If you get that like 12 months, do you get it then?
So you'll have to look at the FAQ. If you search it in the online office, they break it down for you. It's like per quarter. So the trip costs like, I don't know. It depends on where they're going, but if the trip costs like $1,500 or something like that, because you get a guest with you, if it costs that, then every Success Club point you earn is $10. So that money like goes towards the trip. So once you're signed up, all that money goes towards the trip. And then if you don't, you can pay for some of it if you don't earn enough Success Club points. But the goal is to earn enough. So you have to look, because every trip's different. I don't remember what this one is. So you have to look at the dollar amount. So this trip now is already sold out because you sign up at the beginning of the year. So your goal will be, obviously you want to hit Success Club. That's not just for the trips, but for in general, like you want to be doing that to build your business. And then in January, they'll announce where they're going to be for the next year. So like right now, everybody's working towards the trip that's going to happen next March. So it's a cruise next March. So you work for it for the entire year. So when you hit enough Success Club points, you get your trip paid for. And if you don't, then you just pay for it.
Okay.
But that's not the goal. And then there's a number. So then there's the leadership. There's 2 different leadership events, and you qualify for those events when you hit certain ranks in your business. So you have that opportunity. And then we personally on our team do our own leadership retreat. So we're going to do it in Orlando this year. And that is an invitation that you would get to that trip based on your ranks in the company. So that's why it's so important to start building a team. You build your rank once you start to get coaches under you, and you start to teach them to duplicate. So your best coaches are going to come from your best challengers most of the time. Not always, but that's why you want to focus on bringing in new people, 3 to 5 new people at least every single month, because they're going to come in, they're going to use the products, they're going to be your challenger, and then they're going to convert to a coach, and then you want them to be a coach, and then they're going to bring people in, and then they're going to convert people to coaches. And then that's how you duplicate the process. Now, obviously there are people that come in for the business opportunity right away, and that's all fine too. And you don't want to limit yourself. If you see somebody that would be a good coach, they can come in right away too. So as you build your rank, as you hit Success Club, you'll have the opportunity to earn the trips. Now, Summit, Coach Annual Summit is a conference. So that isn't one that you earn, that is one that you go to. Like, you buy your ticket, you get your hotel, and you go there. And every coach that's working the business should go there. And so that's always one of our trips every year. So next year it's in June. I think it's the 3rd week in June next year. So you'll definitely want to, and getting your ticket earlier for that, the prices go up, but start planning for that so you can start that investment. You start putting some money away now, and it's a tax write-off. So it's something that you'll be able to write off and get deductions from. So anything that you do investment-wise with your business is a tax write-off. So you have to remember that too. So you'll be getting some benefit with that as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for hopping on, girl. And let me know if you want to work this week. We can work something out. We don't have to talk about it now on the recording, but we can chat about that. And we will be finishing up the Coach Basics this week. So good job, you guys. And I will chat with you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.